This podcast is recorded at the Zone Gym studio.
You're listening to the Raw Reality Podcast hosted by Tori Story and Fit with Lily. Happy birthday to me!
Oh my God, true!
I literally just thought of that. I was thinking that in the car on the way here and then it just clicked into my brain.
Oh, happy birthday, Tori
Thanks
Story.
so
How
much.
old are we?
26.
That's pretty gross, isn't
I
it?
know. Riz and I were planning like our birthday cake and like what we want on top of it.
Yeah.
And we were just like, well, not our ages because we're getting old. So I was like, oh, don't worry
But
about it.
now, like, looking back, I'm like, oh, 26 is, like, young. I feel
Yeah.
like now as I get old, I'm, like, 6 months older than you or something? But
Yeah.
as I get, like, older, I'm like, oh, like, it's not that old. But then, like, 27 freaks me out. But then I bet by the time I'm 27, then I'm like, oh, well, it's not that old. 28 years old. So it's just going to keep happening.
Yeah. Anyway, slay the day. Don't know what I'm doing on this fine day, but it's a Monday, so probably working.
Yep.
Birthday celebrations this weekend.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Excited.
Actually, a fun weekend. We have birthday and Friendmas.
I'm so excited for Friendmas.
Literally can't wait. So excited.
And when's Rizzy's birthday? What date?
She's the 15th.
Right. So
Yeah.
she's a lot closer. Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's like in
the
between.
middle.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Excited.
And like we both just couldn't be fucked organising something
and it's
separate.
just so close to like
And
Christmas.
it's so hard, this time of year and like having our friends, like obviously some of the girls are Sunny Coast and it's just
Yeah.
like, you know what, if we're all here, let's just celebrate it all.
Yeah, it's just easier.
We make it work.
Yeah.
You guys know that I've been super run down over the past month. It was honestly one of the craziest times. I've just finished competing in acro, moved back home and then traveled to America. My body did not have the full chance to recover and I swear I've had a lingering cough for like 2 months now. So being home and finally feeling a bit more settled, my health is such a big priority. I've been really intentional about what I've been putting into my body and one thing I've started supplementing is Manuka honey. But not just any brand, specifically Manuka Health. I've been taking a teaspoon a day in their 14-day gut reset challenge and honestly, it's such a simple but powerful thing to incorporate. Manuka honey is one of the few natural ingredients that's genuinely backed by science and Manuka Health takes it to another level with over 100 research studies and clinical trials. It's got antibacterial, anti-inflammatory and antioxidants properties, so it's amazing for immunity, gut health, improving digestion, and even healing the skin. It's a total superfood and exactly what I need right now. If you feel like you need a little health boost too, I highly recommend doing their 14-day gut reset challenge. All it takes is a teaspoon of Manuka Health Manuka honey a day, and it's not just about digestion, it's all about rebalancing the body, regaining control, and feeling like yourself again.
And you all know how much Tori and I love using natural whole foods to fuel and support our bodies, not just for energy and performance, but for recovery and healing too. We don't promote products unless we truly believe in them and unless they're backed by actual research. Manuka Health is a brand that prioritizes quality, evidence, and results, and I love that about them. Growing up, my dad always swore by honey, so even when I was young, he told me to have a teaspoon.
But we are sorry you haven't heard from us in a while. And look,
What's new?
we really did well up until like, honestly, I moved back or we had
Yeah.
that little break as I moved.
Yeah, please tell me why we did better when we went
Oh,
interstate.
I know. And then it's just been like nonstop. And then obviously when I got back from America, I've been super unwell. So basically in and out of the doctors and like seeing my naturopath, basically they think it's like chronic fatigue and like stomach virus.
Well, it's like you also have been on the go, like literally nonstop the whole entire year. As we like will speak about in one of the Podmas episodes, like you literally have traveled the world and now it's just like literally hitting you. And
yeah,
it's like stop.
the second you stop, it's like, hey, good luck.
Yeah.
So navigating that and honestly just like taking it really slow, taking a bit of time. Like I took some time off socials and I'm just like posting if I want to.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to take time off YouTube for the rest of the year.
Really?
Yeah, I just yeah.
Well, especially when you are like so unwell, you don't want to like keep vlogging the same thing every day and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, sick again.
Yeah,
like, you know
literally.
what I mean?
So I'm just like, hey, like let's just relax for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
We do go to Adelaide and I do go to Melbourne for like one night and then we're home for Christmas. So like it'll be nice and chill, but I think I just want to use the rest of the year to like zen out, to be honest, because I've just not been well. And like stomach virus, gut issues explains like all the shit going on and like being sick on the way home from America and things like that. And then the tiredness, like chronic fatigue is like, hey, you need to sleep. And I have been sleeping.
Yeah. I've never known someone to sleep so much or like especially you.
Yeah.
Like you're not a sleeper.
Yeah. So I've been napping.
She's been tired.
But honestly, that's my updates around that and just like taking things super slow. I'm like trying to get work done.
Yeah.
When I can.
It's really hard, like, when you know you need to rest, but then you also have bills to pay.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
What are you going to do? And the problem is it's not like you can just, like, sit on your laptop. Well, like, you can sit on your laptop, but you've got to be on camera first, then just sit on your laptop. Like,
And just filming at the moment, I'm like, hey, not really.
Yeah.
So anyway, the break was warranted and like, sorry guys that we
Yeah.
had to have some time off, but it was just, I just couldn't record.
No.
So
And also, like, we've been batch recording Podmas.
Yeah.
So we knew that we wanted to do that. And it was honestly one or the other. It was either skip a few episodes or don't get Podmas.
yeah.
And we chose, let's do Podmas.
Yeah.
Let's just end the year with a bang.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
So that's literally my updates.
Yeah. Well, I honestly don't really have many either because my days have been rinse and repeat. All I know right now is I leave to Japan tomorrow, which when you're listening this, I will actually be on the plane home tomorrow.
Yeah, literally.
Well, that's crazy. I leave tomorrow, but when you're listening, I'll be home tomorrow. So I'm there for 2 weeks. So excited, but not like very prepared, to be quite honest. Like we haven't even booked like second accommodation for the second week. Don't really know where we want to stay. I think we're just going to do it when we're there and kind of just like suss the vibe, suss where we want to go. If we want to still stay in Tokyo or go up to Kyoto, I think is how you say it. Figure that out when it comes. But I just calculated before, 230 days in prep.
That's insane.
230. So if you're telling me you can't stick to a 30-day challenge, I've just done it for 200 on top of that. So there's that.
That's a lot of days.
Makes sense why I'm going mentally insane. When I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, like 33 weeks. It's like, it's a long time. 7 months, it's a long time. But 230 days.
Yeah, it's a lot of days.
I'll just give you like the full updates when I'm back. But like right now, it's been really hard and I'm so excited to be done. And I never thought I was going to say that. Like it doesn't feel good for me to say. Like when your whole passion and purpose, just like, nah.
But it happens.
It does.
And like it's normal.
It's so normal.
And if you weren't feeling that way, I'd be concerned.
Yes. Honestly, I feel like I'd be a robot.
Yeah.
But also, I just finished like my last workout in Australia and did shed a few tears after because I was like, oh my God, I did it. Like, no fucking way, I actually did it. So that was just like a huge relief off my shoulders, to be honest with you. And yeah, we did it. So excited to see what the next 2 weeks brings because I literally have no idea.
How are you feeling about getting on stage in Japan?
Like I'm excited, but I think I'm more nervous about like the anticipation beforehand because I know how I feel being Australia's run. I know where to get my tan, know how to do all of that, but I don't know what the fuck to do in Japan. Like we're staying.
But I think there's a lot of you in the same
I know.
boat.
And we're kind of staying like 20, 30 minutes away from like the center because it is like literally the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, like Friday, I have to train there for my tan and registration. Saturday night, I have to train there for my tan. And then Sunday, I have to train there again for the comp. So I think that's like, there's feeling a bit of resistance there. But I know as soon as I go on the Friday, the rest of the weekend will be fine because I know how it all works.
And I think it's like knowing that like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're there to be fully like in comp mode.
Just competing,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
But then even like I just went grocery shopping because obviously I need all my food for tomorrow. And that was like, cool, Kate. And I was like, do they have rice cakes in Japan? No. I just chat GBT'd it. They don't have rice cakes. So I'm bringing like so much food with me, which I don't even know if you can. So we're about to find out.
Yeah.
But I think all I'm going to be doing is eating like rice.
I think it's just like meats and fruits.
Yeah.
Like you can't bring through, but like rice cake. Because
But
I've taken like protein bars and stuff over, like I
true.
took crackers and stuff to Europe and that.
And so I think I'm going to eat all of that on the plane because I know when you get off, you have to declare it. So I'll just eat it all on the plane and then I will
But like
be
rice
fine.
cakes and protein bars you can have in your suitcase.
Yeah. I just can't have protein bars.
Well, sorry. Yeah.
But yeah,
like
essentially.
rice cakes.
Yeah, I
or
bought
whatever.
like 1 packet of rice cakes and 2 boxes of cocoa bombs.
Yeah.
And then the rest, I will literally just have rice and potatoes. Just going to be easier that way. But I think it's the anticipation of like the unknown being in prep. But as soon as I'm like there, I just know it's going to be the best experience of my life. I'm excited for comp day because I don't have any expectations on myself. Like literally I'm there to have fun because I'm in height class D.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many classes are there?
I think it goes to F. There was a lot of small classes. They're like
wow.
tiny. I guess like Japanese people are quite short.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, interested to see. Basically, I'm just there for the vibes. I'm excited. Don't know
and
what to
you're on
expect.
stage once?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure everyone, I don't know if they have novice, but I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, well, you guys can't, but it's either just open or novice and open. There's no first time.
So it's like you're on stage once unless it's your top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm doing my own makeup.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know it will be so fun. I was watching TikToks last night and like tutorials and like it literally, I think I went a shade too dark with my foundation, but I can
But
lighten it
honestly,
up.
on a stage like that with lights and a tan, like you can't. Like literally cake it on.
Yeah.
Make sure you got good bronzer, blush.
Yeah.
And your eyes pop and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it'll be fine. And I feel like I would rather that than someone else do it and I hate it. And I just spent all this money and I'm going to redo it anyway. So anyways, I'm very excited, number one, for the experience, and number two, to just travel after. We're going to Disneyland. We're going to Disney Sea. We're going to have some matcha. I hate matcha, but I feel like I'll like it, you know.
Just because it's like food that
We're going to
you
have some like
haven't
sushi
eaten.
ramen. Yeah, I'm like so excited. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
And I love that you're saying that and I'm not jealous one bit.
I love that for you.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. That happened to me on a trip that you went on. I don't think it was America. I think I was kind of jealous for America. But there was a trip you went on and I was like, oh, nah.
Yeah.
Like literally nah. I don't know what trip it was.
How I
But
feel.
anyways, there's that.
But yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jumping into today's episode, we've mixed kind of like three things together because like they all blend into one, but like we're going to try and get through it all. So basically the myth of like new year, new me, which of course we've spoken about before, but it's that time of year. So I feel like we have to bring it up again. And also the all or nothing mindset that a lot of people can get stuck in now.
Yeah.
And why why we're all kind of waiting to start Jan 1st and why not just start now? So we've kind of broken it down into sections.
I would like to know, this literally came to like our mind yesterday when we were lying in bed watching YouTube, because we were watching YouTube and a girl was just like, oh, this is what I'm going to do next year. I can't wait to start I'm going to like implement, I don't know, for an example, like running next year. I'm like, dude, there's like literally 6 weeks left of the year. Like you could be running 10Ks by that time.
Yeah.
So this just sparked my motivation to be like, we need to speak on this. Yeah.
And people just like exactly what you said, clinging to the idea of like, oh, I'll just start Jan 1st.
Yeah.
Because like either you've set all these massive goals and you're like, oh, Jan 1st feels clean because like to do it right now sounds way too scary. And then that's what happens is people get to Jan 1st, they set all these expectations on themselves, they go hard for a month and then they burn out.
Yep.
And then the cycle rinses and repeats and then they're like, oh, why aren't I hitting my goals?
Yeah. If you also do it on Jan 1st, you're way less inclined to actually keep it going. If you set a goal on a random Wednesday at 5 p.m., you're way more inclined to keep it going because it obviously means more to you. If you're waiting until Jan 1st to actually like start the goal, it's going to be so unrealistic, like Tori said. So is there any goals or like New Year's resolutions that you started and just like never did?
I feel like I can't think specifically, but like I remember a good chunk of time in my life, like probably late teens, early 20s, where like every year was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then it burns out. You get the dopamine hit and then you burn out and then you repeat. But I would say, and I feel like a lot of us can relate, is probably the biggest one being either losing a certain amount of weight or hitting a certain amount of like certain body weight. Or for me, it's probably been like running or something. But like this year, actually, no. Was it this year?
It was last year.
Wow.
But it wasn't New Year's.
Oh my God, it was
resolution.
literally end of last year.
It was this
Because I
time.
finished on Christmas Day or the Christmas Eve.
Did you?
Yeah, I remember. That was my 10th week.
Wow, that's
I know,
a long
actually.
time. Wow.
So like go me for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would probably say looking back, mine would be kind of weight loss or hitting a target body weight. And just again, that all or nothing mindset of like, Jan 1st, I'm not going to eat chocolate and I'm not going to do this. And it's like, oh, I'm a weekend and I've binged on chocolate.
Yeah. Mine actually, like I've never had a goal of getting like to a specific body weight, which is kind of crazy. But like I've never been attached to the scale ever. But I have, obviously, when you're younger, you like to see it go down. But I was never like, this is my body weight, because I swear to God, my body weight is different every single day, like what it wants to do. But always Jan 1st, not biting my nails. Tell you what I do Jan 1st at that night, bite my nails. Every time. Actually, there was one time where I got until February. I vividly remember.
Wow.
But then, yeah. Also, another weird one, not wearing makeup. So right.
That
It
is
was going
kinda
in, no,
what year do you think this was?
it was going into year 12, from year 11 to year 12.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I was so cool, which is like the
I mean, like
opposite.
slay if you can.
I know.
I
Well,
thought you were going to say a couple years ago. I'm like, when your life's on social media, that's really interesting.
yeah, no, it was, my goal was literally to not wear makeup, and I didn't do it for like a long time. I think I got until, there was one day in Jan where I wore a mascara and blush, but no foundation or concealer. My skin was obviously slaying, or else I would not be doing that.
I feel like for year 12, like that would be slay, like not wearing makeup like at school.
Yes.
Like obviously if you're going out or like have a formal or whatever, different. But like at school, I feel like that's cool.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Yeah. Well, then it was like first day year 12 photos and I didn't wear makeup. Yeah. I thought I was so cool. Hated them.
I remember in year 7, I was like caked it on with like
No.
eyeliner.
Can you just like, I
my
went through
gosh.
year 7, 8 and 9, my skin was like really, really bad. And you know, when you put so much makeup on and it looks like rocky road.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Oh, that's what my skin was. Cause like
Yeah.
I didn't know what, like how to blend or anything.
Yeah.
I just knew like foundation. That's all I knew.
It's just horrible.
So anyways, it got a few weeks into year 12 and I think it was like I stopped and I just wore makeup. But anyways, so randomly, but yeah.
Here we are. And I think it's really important to understand, like, you don't need a date to give you permission to start, which is like a lot of people this time of year going, hey, January 1st, that feels clean. And probably by the time we get to like, surely no one's doing it earlier than November, but being like, I'll just wait till Jan 1st. And like that vlog was probably put up a week ago.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting there like, what? Like, why is she waiting? Like, was it for running?
Yeah, I think it was like just running specifically,
gym,
but
like
just
going back to the
genuine,
gym.
like, yeah.
Like, hey, like, just go to the gym twice a week.
Yeah.
Start now.
Literally.
And how good will you feel when you get to then?
Yeah.
But in saying that, in terms of setting goals and kind of going into a different direction in 2026 is planning before we get there and like, what's the word? Reflecting.
Yeah.
Which is really important. I think we get a lot of questions around this time of year and earlier the year when we're setting our own goals and things like that. And I think I'm going to take a different route next year.
I'm ready for it.
I haven't figured out what yet, but there is something at the end of this episode that I was like, oh, I feel like that's the vision I'm going to go down.
Okay. I'm interested.
But I wrote a few questions that I generally ask myself when I'm going into reflection mode is sitting down, whether you want to do November, December, January for the following year, but looking back on this current year, so 2025. First, a few questions. What didn't work? What did? What drained you? What lit you up? And what would you change? And trying to pinpoint as many of those moments that you can throughout the year. Maybe there's heaps, maybe there's 1 or 2, and just trying to figure out those little bits so then you can go, right, I want to leave that behind. And we talk about this in a bit of Podmas as well, what you want to leave behind in this year and then what you want to bring forward, what you really enjoyed that you did. And then is there any other questions that you ask yourself?
No, to be so honest with you, I've actually never reflected properly.
I think you've done it. We did it once that time we were in
Sunny?
Yes, at
That
Riley's
was
house.
Oh, did we do I
Like
thought it
we
was
we did our goals,
Yeah.
but I feel like we talked before the goals a little bit of like just
like what we
on
change.
the year. Yeah.
Because I remember last year, like I was almost in the same position I'm now, but I was like kind of like burning out. And I was like, okay, what do I need to bring into like January to actually like stop this? And I remember reflecting on the year, what I didn't do, and I lost a lot of like self-care. And that's what I knew I had to implement into January, and it worked an absolute treat. And now at the end of the year again, I've stopped doing self-care, and now I have to do it again. So I think this time I need to sit back and be like, okay, what is actually like not working, and put a plan in to change it. But for the most part, yeah, I would say I fully haven't reflected on a year. And I just get so excited to plan the next year.
hard. Like it's actually challenging. Like you need to sit there and like think about it. And then another little one is like moments you felt proud, aligned, or overwhelmed and disconnected this year.
Yeah.
And mine was a lot of this year was me just getting through. And I say that with different sides because a lot of the time, like if I was at training or at comps, I was like forcing myself to be so present and enjoying every moment because I knew it was my last time competing. Or my last year being at the club, being with everyone, doing comps and things like that. So like in that sense, being really present and enjoying that.
Yeah.
But then on the other breath, like long distance business, all the things. And like outside of training or comps, it was like me trying to distract myself and wanting time to go fast.
Yeah.
So like in those moments, probably feeling disconnected because I literally had 2 of my favorite things in different states. Like it was so hard. So there's obviously those moments, but I don't think there was a right way to get through it.
No,
like it was like whatever's going to work so you can have both these things.
Yeah. I almost felt like this year was a lot of me living in the present and a lot of counting down. And I think if you are in prep, it's like how many weeks out are you? 12, then you're 11, then you're 10. So you're constantly like counting down until something. I'm very proud of the way like I navigated. Like I never was like, oh my God, like Okay, actually, to be honest, I am like that now. But throughout the majority of the prep, I was never like, oh my God, like I still have like 3 weeks left, like really counting down. I feel like I was as present as possible, but I still was like, okay, when I get here, I'm not going to be as stressed. When I get here, I'm not going to be as stressed. And let me tell you, there's other things to stress about then, other things to stress about then. So I know leading into next year, my biggest focus is going to be like, here's something that most people don't know about Manuka honey. It's not all the same. What really makes the difference comes down to 2 things. First, the MGO level. That's the natural compound that gives Manuka honey its power. The higher the MGO, the stronger the support for your health needs. But the real secret, MGO levels naturally decline over time. So that number on the label might not mean much if it fades before you even open or finish a jar. That's why it matters to choose a brand that can stabilize and lock in that MGO strength from the first to the last spoon. And that's exactly what Manuka Health does, through years of science and craftsmanship behind every jar. Manuka Health's honey takes 3 years to make just 1 jar, and they've built 20 years of trust doing it right. Like, you know that scratchy throat feeling? I'll have a teaspoon and it genuinely helps. It's powerful, it's natural, it's delicious, and I'm going to keep it in my routine for the foreseeable future.
So if you want to check it out, you can head to their website. We've popped the link in the show notes below, or you can go to your local Chemist Warehouse and grab a jar.
Presence. Like, that's my word already for 2026 is presence. No matter what I'm doing, like that's what I'm doing. My mind isn't somewhere else, because a lot of the time when I'm working, I'm thinking of something else I have to do. When I'm training, I'm thinking of a message I haven't replied. When I'm replying to that message, I'm thinking about the gym. Like, I just need to be as present as possible. And then reflecting back, that's probably because I don't time block very well. I know I have a list of to-do things, like a to-do list, which I actually didn't do before last year. So then that was like this year's goal, to do a to-do list, which I know sounds like so basic, but I just like didn't do it. And then that's been a goal this year. Did that. Okay, now how can I build on it? It's now time blocking my days and being like, okay, well, this is when I'm training. This is when I'm responding to messages. And this is when I'm like, I don't know, responding to coaches and clients and all of those things. And I think that's going to help me be present in the moment rather than my mind being somewhere else. Because I just need a little bit of that.
And hopefully that is next year for both of us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I was going to say, you also listen to tomorrow's episode, which is basically like the highlights of our 2025. And we went through all of that.
Which is always good to reflect on. So on the back of that is the 3 R's, like Raw Reality Slave.
Yeah.
But review, refine, and realign. So first step is going through those questions that I just mentioned. You're reviewing your 2025, and like you could do this in one day, you could do this over a week, like you could take your time over Christmas and do it, whatever feels good. Then you're refining. Then it's like, what worked, what didn't, what am I bringing in, what am I not? And like, yes, this will change throughout. It's not like you're going to stick to this to a T, but it's like if you, like Lil, if you're going into next year and she's like, I want to feel less stressed, I want to time block more, and like these are the things you know you need to implement every single year, like it kind of is a circle back, then those things are going to stick.
Yeah.
If it's something that you like kind of could work on, but it's not like a massive block, then it might happen for a bit and then go.
Yeah.
So it's just like working on where you're at in the season and then realigning for the next year.
Yeah. Knowing what's going to work for you.
Yeah.
Almost like that's where you have to create the action.
Yeah.
Like realignment is changing your behavior, your patterns to actually come into what you know is going to best serve you, because it's all good and well to review and refine and all those things. But if you're not actually changing it, it's not going to happen and it's not going to come to the surface. So everything that we're saying today, you actually have to implement. No amount of planning, jotting down, reflecting, journaling, nothing matters unless you actually action it. And yes, those things are truly going to help you put the steps in place to action it. But sometimes a few of us do a little bit too much planning and not enough doing. So you can plan all you want to go to the gym next year, but are you actually going to go? So I think that's where realignment really comes into place, because it needs to be like a little bit, yes, it needs to be uncomfortable, but also easier for you. And that's where that word comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this next point is what I was talking about too earlier.
Okay.
Could be a little controversial.
Yeah.
But I am potentially looking at like, wow, this sounds like such a big deal. It's really not. So like obviously I'll set goals and stuff for next year, but more so looking at having a vision of the year instead of goals.
Yep.
So what I mean by that is like what I see for the year in terms of like how I want to feel throughout the year, instead of being like, I want to hit this goal, I want to feel this way. So I feel like I'll still have certain goals, like there'll be business goals, like there's something really big that I want to tick off. I'll probably have another money goal.
Yeah.
Like those things I think in business like really important, keep you going and whatnot. But in terms of lifestyle, I'm like, I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel this. And that's when I feel like a vision board comes in, because you can kind of create those pictures of like how you want to feel.
Yeah.
Rather than being like, go, 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 go. Because and like I mentioned this in a couple of episodes in Podmas, but like, I don't want to have a year of like all this travel. I don't want to have like a massive year of work. Like I actually want to chill.
Yeah.
For 2026.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. And like whatever comes to me, comes to me.
This is where I have been in two minds. So Christina said it perfectly. She came on like the walk with Kate and I this morning, and she was kind of saying like, obviously our friends like Riley and Taylor are both pregnant at the moment. Christina keeps saying like she wants to step into her like housewife but still be successful, but like not compete with her partner. Like she talks about it all over her socials. And I feel like part of me is almost like, oh, like I need to do that
like
as well.
half.
Yeah. But then equally, like I am in probably the biggest growth of my business in my life. And then I need to kind of like go. And it's okay for me to want to go and to build something and to be successful in that way. And maybe that's not the time for me. So I need to like agree, but like not do that. But then Beck said to me the other day, she was like, I think you need to redefine your vision or your like view of being successful. She's like, right now, success to you is tied to grinding and burning yourself into the ground. If you're not doing that, then you're not successful. And I was like, yep.
You know who I think is a really good person for that is Georgie Stevenson, because she constantly talks about how she grew up learning that you had to grind to be successful or earn good money. Whereas now she's like, it actually gets to come easy. And yes, it doesn't mean just manifesting and 100 grand pops up. Like we know that. But I feel like next year or even like this back end of the year, I have had so much on and I have had so much work come in, not without trying, but like I've just been doing the work that comes in and then more work comes in, and I haven't been like, oh, it needs to come in. I'm just like, oh, like the jobs will come.
Yeah.
And it's like even in this period of being like really unwell, I've still made it work and been like, I can say no to this, I'm going to say yes to this. And then 2 more jobs came through.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like it literally gets to be that easy. And I think that's where you probably got a lot from your dad. Like he's always worked so hard.
And now also like being in business with Kate.
Yeah.
Like both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's very similar. And also I would say my mum and dad, in the sense that like both at a point single parents, like working to make ends meet to look after their kids. So like you see that. And you're like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like I actually want to earn good money and be relaxed.
Yeah.
And I think Georgie is really someone who promotes that really well.
Yeah. I think, I don't know what it is, but like I try and keep up with Kate and Jackson. And then Jackson
do.
Like, and I don't know why.
You gotta stop.
I know I gotta stop. But it's like the competitiveness in me is like, you have to like be the same as them. I'm like, Lily, you are a female.
Which I think our whole friendship group has. You're the last one, I
I
feel.
am.
But like we've all come out of that being like, we have to do this, we have to do that. And I think, again, being quite sick at the end of this year, I have literally been on the couch for majority of my days for the last, like since coming home from America.
Yeah.
And I have not once been like, oh my God, Jackson's grinding. Oh my God, Lily's grinding. I've just been like, oh, like I've got to film 30 seconds of that reel and then I'll come back on the couch. Like I literally have just been like this, I'm doing my work.
That just feels so like
nice. And I have been. And it's been really cool to like feel, because I used to be the same as you.
Yeah.
But I think because, well, one being so burnt out, it makes sense. But like, hey, that gets to me next year. And like I've realized this morning I hit my money goal for this year in terms of like earning crazy and surpassed it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, that gets to happen next year doing it the way I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
Like I get to rest, make my content, do my jobs, focus on the podcast.
Yeah.
And not feel like I have to be working from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah, because I feel like that's how I view myself as well. Like if I'm not working hard, then I'm not worthy. So that's just something I have to work on. And I also do think that bodybuilding has been like a contributing factor to that, because if you're not like, if it's too easy, I feel like you're not doing enough or you're not working hard enough. Now, like prep, obviously, you don't want it to be like so hard that you're putting your body through the ringer, but equally like it's prep, like what are you going to do? So you just kind of get used to that and you feel like that's normal, where it's like not. So,
and it's probably also picturing like, what do you want your role in the business to look like? And it's probably not as much work as you're doing now.
No.
And more overseeing. And it's like sitting down with like Kate and Jack, you and Kate, and like me and Jackson doing it. And I know Christina and Cruz do it a lot as well. It's like sitting down and being like, hey, this is what I want my role to look like.
Yeah.
What steps do we need to put in place together?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, he might not realize that you actually want to do way less and oversee more and whatever it is. And then you both go, oh, Like,
and
we
then
could
it will
actually have different
probably end
roles.
up working way better because I'm not as stressed, and the second he asks me to do something, I'm not going to be so defensive because I'm like, oh, fuck, I've got like 10 other things to do right now.
Because at the moment, like, you low-key have the same roles.
No,
in the
we
way
do.
that you're building and, like,
Yeah.
obviously it's a testament to how fast you've grown, but it's like, at some point it gets to change.
Yeah. And wow, this is really disturbing.
Sorry, guys, we're actually in therapy session.
The camera's not even on. Tori and I are just chatting right now. One more piece on this is this is also like sometimes seasons in life are going to grow so fast. And I feel like that's what I'm in right now. Like our business has absolutely boomed and I don't really have a choice right now but to do that and accepting that that's okay, but it can't be a forever and something does have to change for then it to continue to grow because if I wanted to keep going at this pace, I simply would start resenting. I wouldn't do it. So that's when I need to actually like reflect, okay, what's going to best serve me in the business? How can I show up the best I can? And that's actually taking some pressure off here and then focusing on this. So that's a season of life I'm in. End of story.
Yeah, period. On that, I would say my 2026 vision is having the year for the podcast that we've wanted to have for the last 2 years.
10 years.
And a lot of stillness and slowness in everyday life. That's how I feel. That's just what I want.
Wow, Tori's just zen over here. But like you're feeling calm.
Yeah.
Like,
Feels good.
Yeah.
I think this year has just rocked the fuck out of me. But I'm just like, hey, like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, no.
So anyway, that's what it is.
Okay.
And 3 points on that and journal prompts. Who do I want to be by the end of 2026? What habits does that version of me have? And what do I want to experience? I think they're just some good journal points to like feel that vision for what you want.
I like those. Okay, then you guys know we always do word of the year.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
It's not locked in, but I think I have one, and it's stillness.
Stillness. And mine's presence.
Oh, that's so wholesome of us.
What was yours last year? It was beyond. Build.
Yeah.
I thought mine was build and yours was beyond. Yours was definitely beyond.
Mine was
Yeah,
beyond.
mine was build. Yours was beyond.
We've done it.
And now
180.
it's presence and stillness. Tell me
clean.
you had a pretty fucked up year without telling me how to
We went beyond and we built. Okay, so now it's time to just rein it in, but keep that level of growth.
Yeah. That's actually really funny. So think of what word you want to take into next year.
That's a good Podmas is word of the year. And we can get everyone sent in because we actually got a lot of inspo from everyone's last year.
No, we did.
We'll do that again.
We did, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I feel like I need to breathe.
No, I need to like have some water over here. Okay. Now we're turning our vision into actionable goals, right? And something that Tori and I love to do is breaking our goals down into categories. And we do this every single year. And it's so important because if you're like, oh, I have this goal and this goal and this goal, and it just kind of gets confused. What do you want to put your focus into? Break it down. So we have 5 pillars we like to put goals under. Number 1 is health, fitness, career and business, relationships, and personal growth. And it's so important to break it down, have a vision for each as well, and then kind of have a few dot points for each. Now, there don't have to be huge specific goals under every single one that you need to hit, but sometimes it's even just a habit. Like, what habit do I want under fitness? Okay, maybe it's like run twice per week. That's my like goal, right? It's not like I have to run 21 Ks by January 21st. You know what I mean? So sometimes we can also put little ones under there too.
And then another thing we do sometimes is have our normal goals and then we have our big dreamer goals, which you guys have. I think we did a like solid episode on
tomorrow.
No, on like last year on like big dreamer, like how we set our goals. So if we do, we'll link it in the bio. But you can go under those goals that you've set and go big dreamer, and it's like buy a Mercedes.
Yeah, mine was buy a car this year was my big dreamer.
Yeah,
and I did that.
And it's kind of like to the point of like it's a bit unrealistic, but like I'm gonna work to it.
Yeah.
And it might happen in 3 years, or it might happen this year if you make it happen.
Because it's like shoot for the moon, land on the stars.
Yeah,
you know.
I also saw this concept on TikTok is you can't obviously focus on everything at once. Some things need to give.
Yeah.
But I thought this was cool. Choosing one North Star goal per quarter. So like obviously working by quarters, you got 3 months. How many months are those? 3, 6, 9, 12. 4. Sorry, guys.
Simple maths.
So you got 4 quarters of the year. And so choosing one like main goal for that quarter, I just thought it was really cool because I'm like, you can have all these little goals, but then it's like, hey, for the first 3 months of the year, this is like my main goal I want to hit. And then you reassess and you do the whole realign, refine, all the things. And then you go, right, second quarter, this is what I want to hit. And I just thought it was a different like perspective.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Now we go into something we're both very passionate about is the all or nothing mindset approach. And this is very evident going into 2026 is we go in firing. We go all in. We are ready to create change. We're restricting. And then all of a sudden we don't stick to the plan.
Like,
and then we throw it out the window.
There was no year label. Like it was just like.
It rolls on.
It just rolls on. Like
Yeah.
it's like December 31st and then it's like Jan 1, but like you don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Or it's like quadra 7, you know? So it's like,
yeah,
it's
like
just
no
another
one knew
month.
it was another year. Like it's just months keep rolling by.
Yeah.
Then everyone would just like keep going
Yeah, they would.
and just make shit happen.
Yeah.
But we don't. We go, end of the year, I'm going to cool down and then it's the new year. So I'm going to go full steam ahead and burn out and then I'm going to feel guilty about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the most stupid freaking thing to do, honestly.
But for example, things like if you can't do a perfect 1 hour workout, then you'll just do nothing.
Yeah.
Stupid. Go and do 20 minutes of movement.
Yeah.
If you eat one bad meal on the day, then your whole week's just fucked.
Yeah.
And you may as well just start again and cut the chocolate and throw it
This
out.
is so this is so common though. Leading into Christmas on the weekends, you're like, okay, I'm gonna
festive season.
Yeah, I'm gonna restrict all week, Monday through Friday. Then I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want on Saturday. You binge because you've just restricted the whole week. So you went into that all into then a nothing mindset approach. Then Sunday you feel like absolute shit, but you're like, well, it's a Sunday. I'm just gonna start again tomorrow. So I'm gonna get a hash brown from McDonald's this morning. And then you go again Monday, and then it just keeps going. But you could have just eaten normally throughout the week. Then you probably would have gotten to that Christmas festive day, whatever, and actually been like satisfied, not craving all of this food because you just restricted yourself throughout the week. And then you're like, oh, well, like, yeah, I'll eat that because it's yum, good, satisfied, move on, carry on.
Everyone could probably take a leap out of Jackson and Kate's book is just eat a pack of lollies and a pack of chocolate every night.
Every night. I literally just texted Kate before saying I bought groceries for tomorrow. And I said, do not touch the groceries. There's chocolates, but I hid them under because he's taking them on the plane because he gets hangry like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
I text him saying, please don't touch the chocolates. He just texts me back saying, oh, I didn't read this. I ate the chocolate. He definitely read it. Anyways, they can eat whatever they want, but they just carry on the next day as normal.
Yeah, just no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always just like that.
And I think in terms of like how to break out of it is firstly like lowering the bar for a second. Like I think a lot of us set the bar way too high and it's just not realistic for yourself or where you're at. And if we can come back to like meeting yourself where you're at, you're going to move faster if you lower the bar slightly than try and jump to the highest bar possible and then just stumble down and hit every other bar on the way down.
Exactly.
So like let's just lower it down a little bit.
Yeah. The next one is just starting with 5 minutes.
Yep. That could be reading, that could be workout,
Yeah.
that could be your walk, your run.
Yeah.
Like start with 5 and let's do 10 tomorrow.
We always try to go above and beyond. And like, let's say we start our running journey. We're like, let's run 5Ks. Like, to be honest, it's actually not that easy to just run 5K straight. But
No.
in today's society, we've almost deemed that like a half a marathon on the weekend is normal. It's not. People
Literally.
would actually train for that for months. So it's like, let's start with like those small little steps and they do add up over time. Literally, instead of going to bed at like 10 p.m., let's try 9:50. Like, let's just try and get a little bit earlier rather than going that all or nothing.
One we always speak about and go back to our episode with Beck Stewart, but habit tracking.
Yeah.
Like let's just get the habit tracker book
Well, it's
and write things down.
yeah. Also, when you were doing your like 60-day soft, 30-day, what did you call it?
What did I call it?
No,
Feel
no.
good 50.
Feel Good 50. You put those sticky notes on your wall. It was right in front of you. You know if you did it or not. You got
Yeah,
to
that
pull it
actually
off or
helped.
keep it on. And it keeps you accountable because it's in front of your face. Same as like having like, I don't know, a little thing on your desk knowing, okay, how many days of this week did I get my 10,000 steps? It was 3 days maybe. And you're like, oh, shit, what did I do wrong this week? If you don't even write that down, you could probably be like, oh, I know I got 10,000 every day, but you don't know. So start writing it down and it's going to make such a big difference.
Period.
The last one is redefining success and what that means to you. And literally, like I said before, I think I need to redefine my success and what feels good for me and to not think that someone else being successful is my version of being successful and vice versa. Like someone running a full-time, I don't know, multi-million-dollar business, that's not going to be the same success as someone else who's raising a family of 4 children. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their own version of success. So try to redefine what that truly means to you.
Yeah. And then the last one we have is just, which we kind of touched on, but it's like, just start now.
Yeah.
Like those things we just talked about, like do 5 minutes, start some habit tracking, just do 2 habits for now. And then by Jan 1, those 2 habits you added are done and dusted. Now you can add 2 more in rather than going, I'll just wait and we'll start with 10 new habits on Jan 1.
Yeah.
Because I can guarantee you won't do it.
No. Consistency beats intensity every time. Every single time you need to be consistent. That's what's going to get you the results. It's going to implement your discipline. It's going to stick that habit rather than perfectionism. That's truly never going to fix anything at all. If it gets through 7 p.m. and you feel like you've ruined your whole entire day, just finish off with 5 minutes of something that's going to make you feel good, because that tiny bit of consistency there is going to pay off in the long run. Yeah.
And then just to wrap it up, we kind of just summed the whole episode together, but sorry guys, but we can kind of go off from the beginning to the end of this episode.
Yeah.
But you could pick 3 habits to start this week.
Yeah.
Habits that you may have caught yourself going, I'll do that in January, or I'll start that next year, or whatever.
Or what's a habit that you've wanted to do the whole entire year and haven't done it yet?
Yeah, like just pick that one and start today.
Yeah.
And like don't make it a big thing.
Yeah.
Because then you make it a big thing and then it wires differently in your brain and then you get overwhelmed about it.
Yeah. Number 2 is choose a vision for 2020. Oh, sorry, a vision word for 2026. Think of a word, what feels good for you. Maybe it is about grinding next year and you do want to launch, and that's like everything you've been working to for this year is going to pay off next year. Like maybe you studied this whole year and you start that new job or that new business next year, or maybe it's about travel and experience. Like what does next year look like for you, and choose a word that reflects that and stick to it.
Like you said, it could be launch, it could be hustle, it could be
Travel,
it could be like we're doing, like simplicity and presence and stillness and like really wholesome.
Yeah.
But it can literally be whatever you envision your 2026 to look like.
Yep.
Do your 2025 review.
Yeah.
Which I've just had a thought, maybe I'll do like a little Notion that we can put on available.
That'd be fine.
Just kind of like literally what's in this episode and like journal prompts and what we do to get ourselves ready for the next year.
Yeah.
But just take your time. Like you could do these questions and journal prompts and refine, review, realign over, like I said, the whole of December, the whole of Jan, and just like really like take your time and don't rush it. Or you can do it all in one day if you get really inspired.
And then finally, write out one thing that you're going to do this year before the year ends.
And like obviously you have 1 month left as of today. So like make it achievable.
Yeah.
Make it something that's like, a bit of a stretch, but like I know I can do that.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel so accomplished to finish the year.
That's exactly the word that I want you guys to look for, is like accomplished and fulfilled, like knowing that you can achieve a goal. Because if you set one nearly too high that it's kind of unachievable to actually maintain every single day, you get down on yourself, and that's when you fall into that all or nothing mindset approach, because it isn't realistic. If you choose a goal to end this year that you know you can stick to and you can actually tick off and complete, you're going to feel so accomplished in yourself, and also that self-confidence and self-trust is going to increase. So going into 2026, you're like, okay, I can actually achieve my next goal that I've implemented because I just did it this month. Like I can prove to myself that I can do it. So find something that's easy, because it's also heading into a crazy time in everyone's lives. Like we all travel, Christmas days, all those things. So do something that's easy and go from there. Yeah.
Hopefully you took something from this episode and enjoyed our midway through therapy session.
Wow.
I think we will reconvene on that one later. But I also appreciate you guys being patient with us. This end of the year has been, I don't even know how to describe it, but absolutely crazy. 2025 is just crazy.
Yeah.
But lots to come, and Podmas starts tomorrow, so we're really excited for you to hear that.
I'm sure you guys are excited, and we've made it up for all the missed episodes.
Yeah.
Anyways, we love you all so much, and we'll be in your ears tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.